Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I am the Blue Light Oracle, and today we're going to be talking about change needs to happen in your career now, or what kind of implementation you can add into your current career path. So we're going to pick the piles. I feel like these are all the cards, all the piles right here. Right, so we've got pile 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Get them out of the light. Okay, so let's have a look at what the piles are. So for pile 1, you have Earth with abundant fertility, harvesting, and logic. Pile 2, you have Smoky Quartz with dispels negative energy, home protection, Earth connection, achieving career success. Okay, pile 3, you have Soothe, inner peace, universal perspective, strong memory. Okay, and pile 4, you have the golden or gold sheen obsidian, personal power, spiritual manifestation, earth healing, new experiences. Okay, so these are your piles today. Take some time. I'll be doing a shuffling portion of the video next, but take some time, sit with your intuition, see which piles call out to you or which cards call out to you, and the description below will have all the information where you can just skip straight to your video. Okay, hi everyone, welcome to the shuffling portion of the video. So the purpose of this reading today is really to hopefully find something that you can implement or change in your career, maybe change careers, maybe just add a little bit more something that will inspire you to enjoy your work more, enjoy your career, enjoy your hobby, whatever you're doing, whatever you enjoy doing in your life. All right, so can we get kindly some piles here? I'm going to put them over the other cards. Okay, so we've got one here. I think this one is 2. Okay. Yeah. Okay, can we kindly get... Oh, okay. This one fell here, so I'm going to put those 2 there. Got 1. Okay, and we've got a couple of tarot here today as well. I feel like they're always good for everything really, but there's a whole suit that really does talk about um, materialists, the material side of life. Okay, both those are for there. Plan to do one card each, but a few of these piles are getting extras. Maybe there's just more to say. Okay. So that concludes the shuffling. Feel free to go into the description below and pick your piles, but otherwise I'll see you in your video. Hi, pile number 1. So you have picked today Earth with the messages of abundance, fertility, harvesting, and logic. I thought this was perfect kind of card to come out for a career change or mix up an addition, something to freshen up or rejuvenate your current career or choice of life kind of goals. Okay, let's take a look at your oracle cards. So you've got Metamorphosis. It is reversed. I will flip it, but I will read the reverse in the book just to get a little bit more insight into this. We got Metamorphosis, change, something needing to change. Maybe you know what that is, but you're holding off on it, and maybe that's why it was reversed. Oh, interesting, we have Your Eternal Spirit, talking about higher self and sacred intuition. Feels like you know this change needs to happen, whatever that may be. Okay, and we have the Queen of Cups. Right, and there were two other cards here, so I'll read these. We have the Eight of Discs reversed, but I will flip it up for now. Talking about work, right? This is about work. But are you doing what you really want? Do you want to change that? Do you want to do something that's more in line with your spiritual path? And we have the Five of Cups. Okay, so straight away, pile number 1, I'm getting there is a requirement or a desire to change. We have the Queen of Cups, which is a giving emotionally, not always thinking of yourself. And then we have your higher self, sacred intuition, trusting what you really want to do in life. What is it that you really, really want to do? Are you on the path of your goal right now? Like, is this the exact kind of job that you want to do? Are you getting the harvest here? Are you getting what you want out of it? Are you getting the abundance? Are you using logic more than your intuition with what you truly, really want to give back to the planet, give back to people? Because I feel like with the Queen of Cups, it just feels like that's kind of your energy, this giving energy. But do you give to yourself? Do you trust yourself with your choices as well? The Eight of Discs just feels like working. It was reversed as well, so that is something to consider. However, firstly, I want to read the Metamorphosis in this book reversed. So there are times of chaos and darkness that occur, much like growing pains experienced by the caterpillar, who is in the process of becoming a butterfly. There is a tendency to expect the worst when the first sign of difficulty arises. When something is taken away or unwanted circumstances come to challenge you to let go of old ideas about how life is supposed to be, you are not a victim. Rather, you're experiencing the temporary discomfort we all must go through before the beauty is revealed. So, this doesn't necessarily talk about holding back. Look, whenever we change anything in our life, we do something new, something different, there's always going to be that growth pains, let's say, some kind of change pains. It's going to be like, oh, maybe I'm doing the wrong thing, maybe it's too hard, and so we're getting in our head about it and our emotions with the five of cups. So the Eight of Discs reversed indicates that we may be disrupting our chances of success by attempting to rush to the finish line. It's important to give things time to mature. If you want the best results possible, slow down and make sure you're paying just as much attention to the small details as you are the bigger picture. So maybe you have already gone through some kind of change. Maybe this metamorphosis being reversed and this Eight of Discs being reversed is like, why haven't the results just happened for me? Why is it not working altogether how I thought it would be? And so you're getting into your mind about it, or into your feelings about it. I feel like your guides are coming through just wanting you to continue with this because in the end you will get that point where you can harvest. This is for some of you. The start of this was a little bit different, and I feel like that was for some of you. It's like trust your intuition. You've got your higher self's back. Your higher self is on your side with what you're doing. You're doing the right thing, I feel, for you and your connections. I want to say family, but it's not going to apply for everyone. But it's just like community. I want to say you're on the right path. You're doing what you should do. Just because maybe things aren't being perfect along the way doesn't mean there aren't opportunities to grow and learn. If anything, for some of you, some of the little changes might be maybe it is going through this, knowing that it will be difficult. There might be challenges pop up, but if it's in line with what you really truly feel you want to do, then this is the, I guess, green light to continue with that, to start that, whatever that may be for you, because everyone's going to have different career goals, different life choices that they want to make. And right now, I feel like for you, pile number one, this is trusting yourself. Overall, no matter what, you're this Queen of Cups. It's now time to trust your intuition, believe in yourself, and continue down this path. There might be roadblocks along the way, difficulties, little things that pop up, but they're just opportunities to grow and learn. So that's your reading here today, pile number one. So very interesting. I do love that the Earth's here with abundance, fertility, and harvesting. This was talking about taking time, growth pains, but trusting your intuition. You've got the Queen of Cups, the kind of psychic, intuitive card in the tarot, and then we've also got the Eternal Spirit talking about trusting your intuition, your higher self is there to guide you. There might be sometimes difficulty, but it's all about getting into a place where you're proud or enjoying your career, enjoying your passions, your work. So thank you for being here, pile number one, and feel free to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, otherwise I'll see you in the next video. Hi, pile number two. So you have chosen the Smokey Quartz with the message of dispels negative energy, home protection, earth connection, achieving career success. And we're talking about career in this reading. Let's move those aside. Okay, let's have a look at your cards. So you have home reversed. I'll put it this way so you can see. Interesting, we're talking about home protection here in the Smoky Quartz as well. I'll read the card reversed in the book just so we've got a little bit more of an idea of what this may be about. Okay, and we also have animal totems, animal energy and powers. This is usually like pushing for something, go-getting kind of energy, instinctual kind of energy. Okay, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. Look at all these animals. Look at the owls. There's birds, owls. A lot of nature here. Maybe some of you do work in nature or want to do something more natural, something more earth-based, earth connections. This is very grounding. This Wheel of Fortune has a lot of animals in it. Also, good luck. Okay, and we have the Five of Swords. So what do I see for some of you? Some of you, if this is a small change, I feel like this is adding something that you have you already know, you already have inside you, and you know what that is, and you want to implement that into your current jobs. It might be stopping getting distracted by some of the people and how they think in their job. It might be just adding something that you've always wanted. Maybe it is working from home more, and that will give you more work-life balance. If it's something big, just with all the animals coming out, Earth connection, it's something more natural. Maybe it is doing something at home, whether that's composting, whether that's planting seeds at home, like what I'm trying to say, trying to plant more products, so produce, growing your own vegetables, that kind of thing. I feel like whatever you choose, there's a lot of good signs, like good luck in this. It could be even just a little mindset. Maybe some people you've had some have told you something and you've doubted yourself a little bit, and now it's time to squash that, be the animal within, get that kind of like reaction or instinct. Because in the whole reading pile number 2, you've got the Wheel of Fortune, you've got luck is on your side with this change, or whatever you want to do, whether that's a whole career change or something small. But first of all, I do want to read the home card because it was reversed, so I want to see why that has come out reversed. Okay, so if you don't feel at home, it's time to do a thorough and fearless inventory. What are you hiding from? Are you afraid of being yourself? Do you feel that you don't belong where you are? What if you choose another path? Does your understanding of home perhaps dictate that such a place must be unsafe, unstable, or unfulfilling? It's time to love yourself and create a new sense of safety and security within. You might have chosen a situation that is familiar and led you back to the original source of your pain. No matter, because this is an important and powerful invitation to a new you. Say no to the pain of the past. Say no to the voice of your inner critic. No to those who want to dim your light and make themselves brighter. Choose a new home. Take refuge in knowing that beauty and a true sense of belonging lie ahead. Yeah, this is what I was feeling with some of you. It's like something new needing to change. I don't believe it's physically moving from house. Maybe it is changing your environment as well. But if this is like work, maybe for some of you who want a complete career change, just know that luck is on your side. And if you want to start even looking, you don't have to just pick any job. You can start looking at the list of jobs that are available and see if something calls out to you. Trust your instincts with this. Saying no to the voice of the inner critic really does call. With the Five of Swords, that inner critic can stop you progressing where you want to go. It is a challenge sometimes to make changes, but if it's just a small change for now, that's fine. Again, you've got the Wheel of Fortune on your side. There's lots of animals in here, so I don't know if some of you are vets or some of you are if some of you work with like soil in some way, farmers could be surveyors, anything really that works grounding. Maybe you need some kind of grounding to make these decisions. So with the Five of Swords coming out as well, it does talk about past trauma diminishing our ability to hope. This card is really a reminder to let go of fear so that you can move forward, express yourself without anxiety dominating your actions. Things can only get brighter if we believe. That's the message in the card. And that's true. And that's kind of a similar message to what the home was saying and also dispelling negative energy and home protection. Maybe for some of you, this isn't about a change in career exactly, or changing your career, but maybe changing your home environment to something that suits you better, that feels more natural, more calming for you to change so that your career, if you work at home or even when you come home from work, it just feels more pleasant to be in. And that's what I see for you, pile number 2, with the Smokey Quartz. It's just very interesting. It's about achieving career success. If there's any changes you want to make in place, I feel like you've got luck on your side. There's so many animals. I don't know if this is your spirit animals or your work. There's so much nature. There's so much natural, like even the Smoky Quartz, earthy, this ground here is bare ground, and then we got animals, plants, plants. It's just a lot of animal energy coming through. But as always, take what resonates. Thank you for being here. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Hi, pile number 3. So you have picked the blue calcite with the message of soothing inner peace, universal perspective, strong memory. This is an interesting one to come out for like a career reading, so we'll see what comes through. Oh right, there were 2 cards that came out for this one, so let's have a look. Alright, so you've got the balance card with centered energy self-care. This was reversed as well, so I'm going to read from the book reversed, the reversed position. Okay, you have the listening card. This talks about whether you're being listened to or you are listening to your inner voice or the people around you. Because there's always extra information that sometimes we don't hear because we're not actively listening. Okay, and we also have the protecting treasure reversed. Very interesting. Okay, and the tarot cards, we have the Five of Pentacles. It always makes me think of change, where there's like a chrysalis, something growing, something wanting to change, some kind of shift needing to happen. And we also have the Queen of Wands reversed. Lots of reverse cards today. So I will read this reversed. I'll keep it upright, but just know that these three at the top, I guess, yes, here, were all reversed. So straight from the bat, pile number 3, I feel like this may not be all about career. This is about you and maybe it's making a big change or something small within you that will help your outer environment, let's say. Because we have listen, maybe not being listened to, got inner peace, trying to get their balance, protecting treasure just seems something internal. The Five of Pentacles feels internal, and the Queen as well, whether that's someone else that the card's referring to or ourselves. But first of all, I do want to read the balance card to you. So the balance card reverse indicates at least one element of your life is significantly out of balance. Perhaps you spend all your time caring for another or are overly focused on your work or hobbies. If so, it's time to consider more honoring options. Of course, there are times where things must be temporarily out of balance, such as when a loved one is sick, but you can tolerate dismissing yourself for only so long. When imbalance becomes a way of life, you invite the universe to totally disregard your needs because you're already doing that yourself. You must reverse these patterns. Even if it feels difficult, start setting some boundaries and carving out some time for yourself. Make sure you bring balance back to your physical life as well. Eat more nutritious food, drink plenty of water, and get some regular muscle movement. Your soul has come for a purpose, and part of that purpose is to learn how to love and care for yourself. Choose balance, and you choose your soul's priority. Very deep message there, very big message in regards to life. Something feeling out of balance. This will be personal and will be for each individual, but I feel like inner peace and soothing is where you need to focus on right now. The listen card just feels like listen to your body, listen to how you feel internally. Okay, and I'm going to read you the protecting treasure. Do you too easily give your loyalty to those who haven't earned it? This is a time to assess your personal loyalties and discern whether they're being returned in kind. Some relationships are made for convenience, and some favor one side over the other. Vulnerability born of fear may lead to being taken advantage of. Perhaps the imbalance in your relationship is due to a conscious choice you've made. If so, make sure you aren't being hurt by the arrangement. If you believe you have found some kind of protective refuge, be aware that there may be a price to pay. You may also need to reassess whether you're compromising yourself in any way to achieve what is an illusion of safety. Be true to your dream and remember that the angels will bring the right people your way to further the path of your highest good. Remain cautious and be conscious of the give and take in all relationships and projects at this time. Don't give away the farm for a smile. So, a very clear message here. It's about self care. This is all about looking after yourself, making sure you're taking care of yourself, is what I want to say. If you feel like you're being taken for a ride at work or taken advantage of at work, it's time to adjust as much as you can internally. If the external doesn't adjust with you, that may be a red flag or an indicator to look at something that's more calling to you, because it's talking about you're here for a purpose. You're here to grow in some form, and that is in part loving yourself, caring for yourself, as well as your surroundings. So make sure your relationships, there are good solid boundaries. The balance card and the protecting treasure card, two different decks, but kind of similar message. So the Queen of Wands reversed, I'm just reading from this book. Generally, to me, it feels like someone's acting irrationally, but I'll read what's here. So this queen may be behaving in a selfish or greedy manner when reversed. Though she has the ability and wisdom to exalt herself, she isn't sharing her rich insight with others. Remembering that there are other queens in her kingdom can help this regal woman regain her balance. We're talking about balance. So if this is you, and maybe you're not like acting in a, how the words exactly say, but maybe there's certain things and you're not feeling like yourself. I feel like for some of you, this is not about changing anything, particularly in a career. It's changing within to help you manage your daily life, whether that's your hobbies, your relationships, your career. It could be many things. It's about breaking cycles and patterns as well, from just what I can see and hear. So I'm just looking at the Five of Pentacles as well in the book, and it says you may be experiencing a difficulty when you lack the resources you need to thrive. This energy leads to a downward spiral quickly if left unchecked, one that will have you feeling like an outcast or not accepted. If hopefully this isn't how you feel at work, but with all these imbalances and this protecting treasure, it's like it feels like very isolating. The protecting treasure just looks like she's isolated. She's there to protect her treasure no matter what. Like she wants that and that's where she's staying. But it's time to stop and think, is this actually helping you? Are you happy? It starts with a loss of job or income, then it's the inability to care for your health. Before long, the troubles mount, and finding a path back is more challenging, but not impossible. As with everything in life, this too shall pass. Usually, this card comes with a warning as a signal that you're straying into an area that may lead to a serious, unfortunate event. Be aware of how setbacks are influencing your life. Are you patient with yourself? Do you see opportunities to grow from the experience? Are you able to see beyond your current troubles? So I feel like for a lot of you, pile number three, this is about self-care. This is about making sure you're in the best mindset, the best emotional balance, let's say, even spiritual balance. We all get pushed out sometimes of our comfort zone, like it was with the card saying, you can't control when someone's sick, and that's going to put you out of balance because you want to look after them or you want to take them to the doctors, something like that. And that's absolutely fine, but you don't want it to turn into a habit where you're out of balance so much it's just a regular pattern for you and you no longer are considering the consequences or the difficulties of that. So what I want to say, summing up, look after yourself, pile number three. You're worth it. Make sure you're listening to your body. You're also listening to people around you that care about you. But other than that, thank you very much for being here. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Hi, pile number four. So you have picked the golden or gold sheen obsidian with personal power, spiritual manifestation, earth healing, and new experiences. Let's see how this will fit in to your reading today. So you have the coming alive. Yes, with the new experiences. Not surprised coming alive comes out. Okay, so we have the Ascended Masters. It was reversed, but I will say with this card reversed, this way is talking about two particular Ascended Masters in the book. Reverse just talks about two other Ascended Masters. So you've got devoted spirits with specific intentions. Maybe you're being guided to a whole new path. Got spiritual. Maybe it's a spiritual path. Maybe it's mixing your career with your spiritual journey or life. Okay. We have the Eight of Swords. Is that stuck kind of energy of what should I do next? Oh, and you have the King of Discs or the King of Pentacles. All about getting into that financial freedom right next to the Ascended Masters. Alright, so pile number 4, I feel like some of you, this is a big change. It might be scary with this the Eight of Swords feeling stuck, and kind of ominous with these owls going around, but they're really there to help give insight and wisdom of how to get out of this situation. So it does feel like it's asking for external help, whether that's external in 3D or external in the Ascended Masters realm, let's say, something like that. But I do want to read the Ascended Masters. I feel like I was going to skip over it because it doesn't mean too much differently from reverse to face up. But maybe for some of you, there is like an Ascended Master in this book that you could call on. Okay, so this card reverse reveals the presence of 2 more Ascended Masters. Anthony of Padua, Master of Teaching and Speaking, brings knowledge of the world to you. So Master of Teaching and Speaking, so if that's something you're looking at or interested in, you've got Gold Obsidian, you've got personal power, trusting yourself. He is beloved for assisting with finding lost objects and also helping lost people find their way home, either literally or spiritually. Very interesting. Got the spiritual manifestations. This could be a whole spiritual path. This may not be just like, say, the quote unquote normal work job, that kind of thing, working in a bank or office, that kind of thing. It could be doing something completely different. So call this miracle worker when you need direction or communication, or even when you've lost something important to you. So the next Ascended Master in here is Kuan Yin, the Bohavista of compassion, a master of personal peace, purpose, and motherhood. Call on her to release judgment of yourself or others, to help you find your purpose, or even to deal with fertility issues. She can also help you bring profound peace to any situation. These and so many more Ascended Masters are devoted to you. They long to offer their love and assistance, so relax, meditate, and receive. I'm going to read the affirmation here as well. I open my heart to my profound connections with the Ascended Masters. I thank them for the enlightened energy and wisdom they bring. So potentially it's you don't have to obviously connect to any Ascended Masters if you don't feel called to it. However, this might be a calling for you to connect with a new Ascended Master, whether it's one from the book or that's inspired you to think, oh yeah, I can connect with an Ascended Master that might be able to help me with this whole new experience. Because coming to life just feels like a whole transformation. You've decided to reawaken or go through an awakening or some kind of awakening, whether that's spiritual or just starting to believe in yourself, getting out of this energy and start to be the King of Pentacles, sorry, the kind of owner or the master of your own life, I guess. I want to say life, but there's another word that I'm thinking of. The master of your own destiny towards financial freedom. We all know the King of Pentacles, however, I am going to read from the book because I feel like there might be just a little bit of information in here for the King. So the King of Discs is a bringer of grain. He is a hard and honest worker with a strong and sensible practicality to him. He is known for being good with his hands and is a steadfast member of any family or team. So it's like a team player, but I also want to just lastly read Coming to Life. So the Coming to Life card talks about when you look at your life, you can see how you've grown and evolved over time. Perhaps you have shed skins and identities and created new ones. Or, at the very least, you've matured in your ideas about yourself and the world you inhabit. You know things take time, and Spirit's timetable is rarely in sync with your own. This card indicates that a long-held dream is beginning to show signs of life. You must not try to coax it or shape it according to your desires. Spirit knows the best form for manifestation of this dream, and your life can become even better than you could possibly imagine. Now is the time for reverence and awe. Allow the contours of your path to be carved by the hands of the divine. All you have to do is show up. So for some of you, the change I feel is going to happen regardless. The change is going to happen, something that's going to pull you out of a difficult situation. If you want it to go smoother, you can ask for assistance from Ascended Masters for guidance around getting you back on path or helping you attract abundance in some form. Because we are talking about new experiences too, something new. So for some of you, this is a big change. For some of you, it might be something small where it's just a path adjustment. But for some of you, it's a whole new area that you want to look at. So I guess to sum it up, the question's back on you. What do you really feel called to? What new experiences in your work, or what kind of new job or hobbies do you want to start? What is calling to you? This whole read is a question to you, and there's also Ascended Masters involved in this, coming through to say, we're here to help you with whatever queries, whatever you're confused with or what you want assistance with. Do you want to change anything? Maybe you want to change something small or big. They're there for you. And then you can get into this position where you're satisfied with your life and you can and finances, so you can focus on other things, family, friends, travel, whatever you want to do in your life, whatever's calling to you in this particular incarnation. And so that's what I see for you, pile number 4. Thank you very much for taking the time to get a reading. I will also be back again to do more readings. Feel free to give me a thumbs up, subscribe. Otherwise, take care.